everybody. Welcome. Two friends in the movie. Matt and Sixto.
Sometimes you haven't done this in a long time, but sometimes you do the hello and you like act it out.
Sometimes you got to get with it.
And it just makes me laugh so much because nobody can see us.
Doesn't matter. They feel it.
They
know
feel
what's
hello.
happening.
They do feel that hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Sixto.
Hi, Matt.
How's it going?
It's going all right, man. How are you?
I'm okay.
It's a little cold in here. My nipples are hard.
It's chilly.
So don't look at them, please. I'm
right.
Self-conscious.
I mean, they can't see us, but all right. So here we are for another edition of the podcast.
Yeah.
Today we're doing a movie that sounds like a Calvin Klein perfume, cologne. Obsession.
Obsession for Calvin Klein.
Yeah, so I guess we want to dive right in.
I guess.
I don't have much of an intro for this.
No, I think that it's what I will say before we get into like the thing of the movie is it's one of these movies that have been now like taking a lot of presence in the movie theater. Like comedy has suffered a lot, but horror is one of those genres that cost little, so people make a lot of them.
It's having a revival,
and it's having a big revival lately. We've done a couple of horror movies probably in the last 2 years, more than ever. In the
we did that stupid
show.
one with the kids disappeared.
Yeah.
We did Together, that stupid one where they were together.
Right.
They did the one with the girl. That was a good one. She had the red hair.
Deep Blue Sea.
That was a good one. I can't remember the name. Anyway, this movie.
That's the Something Darling, Strange Darling.
Strange Darling. That was it. I knew we'd get there. This movie is like, if you've ever seen any horror movie with young kids, you've seen this movie.
Ever.
There's the main guy who's the shy, weird, awkward guy. Mm. There's his buddy who's like the over masculine, like, haha, you're such a wimp type of dude. There's the really pretty girl who doesn't like the shy guy. And then there's the shy girl who likes the shy guy, but the shy guy doesn't know that she likes him.
Or he doesn't care. It seems like he doesn't want her, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, it's like not on his radar. He doesn't see it until it's too late.
No. I think he sees it. He just doesn't want her. He wants the other one. He wants the one he can't have.
I guess. I don't think he thinks highly enough of himself that a girl would like him.
But like in the first scene, when they not the first scene, in the scene where they're at the bar, at the karaoke bar, and they come out, the girl that he likes tells him, so and so is making it easy, like she likes you. And he's like, yeah, well,
Yeah, but I don't think he believes him. I get that feeling
like he thinks like she's just fucking with him, kind of.
No, but no, you're wrong. She doesn't like me. I don't know. I get that feeling that he didn't see it. Mostly probably because he was blinded by the overly pretty girl.
Because she's so pretty, right?
Yeah,
she's so fucking freaking pretty.
So the movie, let's just jump into it. The movie starts. It's a lot of face to camera scenes. Mm-hmm. And you see this guy, and he's pouring out his heart to this girl. And then it's like a wide shot, and you see his buddies standing there. They're like a diner, and he was practicing with a waitress.
Right.
And they laugh at him, and they're like, "You can't say that. That's all mushy and garbage."
Yeah, and the girl is like, "No, I think it's cute. You just give her flowers." And he's like, "She's not a fucking, she's not. Yeah. Don't go by her. Go by me, because I know better than any woman what women like."
And it's hard to tell what ages these people are. Some of it makes it seem like they're in high school.
Yeah.
And then they all have houses, so you think they're in their 20s or 30s. And then one girl's applying to college, so she 18. You don't know.
I don't know where the fuck these people are at.
So there's a bunch of little stupid things that happen in between that scene and where I'm going to get to next, but none of it's of any meaning.
Relevance. Yeah.
So then he goes into this magic shop. So the girl he really likes, he's on the phone with her, and she loses a necklace. So he thought it'd be a cool idea to go buy a new necklace or something for her to impress her.
After his fucking cat dies.
After his cat dies.
And he cleans the house and he's crying hysterically because his fucking cat dies. Because he lives just with the cat.
Yeah.
And you would think that would affect him. But he's so obsessed with this girl that he's just like, fuck it. I don't care that my cat died. I'm going to go do this. And I'm going to be cute about it. what a fucking load of shit this movie, man.
Yeah. So he goes into this magic store when the lady's like, "We're closing, but let me know if you need anything." So like,
Right.
are you closing or you're not closing? Like, I don't understand what the need for that dialogue was. But he walks around the store. He looks at some necklaces. He doesn't really like them, and he finds this thing on the side. It's called One Wish Willow, and like it says it's gonna grant you one wish. And I don't think he buys it. Like gets like. Not that he doesn't buy it, but doesn't believe in it. Like, oh, it's like a novelty thing. So he's like, I'll get this for her. It'll be cute and funny.
Right.
But yeah, it's silly. So they leave in work because they all work in this music store together.
Right.
That never has a customer in it.
Ever.
But all these people work there. So they're leaving, and she doesn't want to keep going. Like they went to a bar after work, and they're drinking, and then they want to go to a karaoke place, and the pretty girl Nikki doesn't want to go. So Bear, for some reason, his name is Bear, and they never say why. Like,
But
is
I
that a
thought-
nickname? Is that his real name?
I thought his name was like he would say Barry every so often, so you just call him Bear.
Maybe I did miss that then.
But because I'm talking out of my ass, but I think sometimes like his best buddy or she will call him Barry.
Maybe I
Maybe.
heard Bear, but maybe they called him Barry.
Yeah,
before.
but I mean in the IMDb it just says Bear.
Yeah, so his name is Bear.
Yeah.
He's the shy, awkward, stupid kid. So he's like, "Oh, I'll take you home." And the masculine guy's like, "Don't do that," blah blah blah. But he ends up doing it anyway. And they're talking on the way home, and he's gonna tell her that he likes her, but can't get the courage to say it. And after they get to her house, she's like, "Bear, do you like me?" And he like fumbles and like,
Yeah, she's like,
no.
"Do you like me or not?" Because this is the one time to say.
yeah.
And he's like, "We're great friends."
Humana.
The fuck.
So he doesn't tell her, and he doesn't give her the One Wish Willow, even though he said he had a gift for her. And then she goes inside, and then he's all like upset and distraught, and is like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna use the wish." And he wishes that she loved him more than anyone in the world. He doesn't really buy it. He's like gathering himself because he was all like emotional and upset. And all of a sudden, the girl Nikki comes back out and like is asking Bear to come back into the house and hang out. And then she like goes to the driver's side and tries to pull him out, and he won't go. And then she gets back into the car, and they're talking, and he like feels that something's wrong. Like, you don't act this way. Like, what's going on? But she's like all over him that he's conflicted. He's like, do I stop her? Do I not stop her? And he ends up going in, and then they hook up. I don't know if they have sex the first night, but
I
they're
don't
like,
know, but it's so. And then she says, "My father's dying," which turns out to be like a thing. Like, my father's dying, and I feel weird. Can I please just stay with you? Can you stay with me? I can stay with you. I don't want to be in this house. She's using any excuse to be with this guy.
mm-hmm.
And he's being like, "Oh my God, you're acting so weird."
Yeah, so he takes her home, and he gives her like her own room to like sleep in, because he lives in like his grandmother's house that's she got left to. He doesn't have any other parents or anything. You never see any adults
Ever.
besides these characters, besides the one shop owner guy.
Yeah.
So they're in his house, and he goes to say goodnight to her, and she's like, "No, stay with me, like sleep with me. I'm upset." He's like, "Okay," and then she like takes her shirt off, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know about this," but he sleeps with her, like in the bed, not sex.
And she
They
does
hook up a
this-
little bit, but he kind of like stops her, and he sleeps on the floor afterwards.
They make out, and then she gets away from his face and completely fucking screams. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "I'm sorry. Was that weird? I'm being weird. I'm so sorry." And he was like, "You know what? You take the bed. I'll sleep on the floor." All of this is just like that.
Yeah, it happens a few times where like she could see like she's fighting the urge to love him, and be her normal, regular self.
Right.
And those instances become smaller and smaller until they're all gone.
Right.
So the obsession of him starts, and like the friends are kind of annoyed, like, you're taking advantage of her, because no one could believe that the really hot girl in the entire town is dating like the wimpy little,
Some good-looking guy that's
Yeah.
wimpy, quote unquote. Good-looking guy.
yeah, who can't get a sentence out.
Right. Like a good-looking guy, probably better looking than his best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, in my eyes, he was better looking.
It was everyone in this movie is such a like cliche. Like even like the Bill guy, he wears like the backwards hat and like, and so you go through the movie and like she's obsessed with him and they have sex a few times and like in the beginning he like loves it and then as it goes on he tries to get like a little wary of it because he can't do anything without her. There's one scene where he goes to work. And she's like, okay, I'll be waiting for you. And she literally stands in the living room, doesn't move. And like she like pees herself and like there's like bugs on her face. And he comes home and like she like snaps out of it and is like, oh, you're home. Blah, blah, blah. And like she literally couldn't move until he came back.
I clean it up. Don't worry, I clean it up.
So there's a lot of that kind of stuff happening. And then you find out that the muscle friend was hooking up with the pretty girl on and off.
Which you could tell from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Like from the get-go, because he's sabotaging whatever this guy... Like if you as my friend...
I'm your friend.
Which you are. I was like, hey, man, I wouldn't do this now because I'm a 48-year-old man. Like, it's weird. But like if I was
if we were somewhere between 18 and 32, like the kids in this movie.
Right. But even now, if I was like, man, I want to ask this girl out. And you were like, I don't know, man. You wouldn't tell me, I don't know, man, because... you're hooking up with her. You will be like, I don't know, man. I mean, I hooked up with her. I don't think she's like girlfriend quality for you because you care about me. Mm-hmm. Or you would say, well, how would you do it? And I would be like, I'll do this. You either going to be like, I don't think she'll appreciate that, which this guy did kind of. Mm-hmm. But you could tell in the way that he was telling him that he was sabotaging Bear. Like he's at any turn that Bear was like, I want to do this. He's just sabotaging him.
Yeah, it's like 85% selfish and like 15% like trying to be a good friend. Like he's trying to tell him like, listen, she doesn't like you without telling him like she doesn't like you. Right. Like he doesn't want to crush his soul. But mostly he's doing it so you would leave his girlfriend alone and he could just hook up in secret. They never really say why it's a secret. Like, why can't they just hook up in public? Like, I don't know why they're hiding it.
I mean, I guess because he knew that Bear liked her.
I guess, but he said it was going on for like 2 years. Like on and off.
Yeah, but he's always liked her apparently.
I guess, but at some point you gotta be like, let's do. She's with me. Like you gotta move on. I don't know.
I mean, and that's what I mean. If they're kids in high school, I can get it.
Yeah.
If you're kids in high school, I can get why you like wouldn't want to hurt your friend. Like you're protecting your friendship, so you wouldn't say anything. So you continuously sabotage it. But at a certain point, you gotta be like, bro, listen. She's not into you. Yeah. I know because she's been sucking my dick for 2 years.
Like, especially like at the point where he's going to profess his love to this like big grand scheme. I would have to step in as a friend at that point and be like, listen, dude, don't embarrass yourself. Like, it's not going to happen.
Right.
At least say, maybe you don't believe me if I tell you this, but at least as a friend, got to be like,
you got to stop.
This is too much.
Yeah, like you got to stop. So, and that's what I mean. Like this guy, my biggest, that's not true. But one of my biggest problems with this movie is that everything is telegraphed. So you can kind of tell from like the first scene who everybody is and how they, like you mentioned, like how they fall into like all the cliches of horror movie characters. And so it takes away from the horror of it because you're like, yeah, all right. So you're going to die, you're going to die, you're going to die because of this and this and this. And then you're going to die because of that. And I got it. Like I disassembled this movie in 5 minutes in.
Yeah, and the most of the movie is not great.
No.
Near the end, it comes a little more fun. Like the story is bad the whole time, but it comes a little more fun near the end. So near the end, we'll fast forward a bit because everything in between is really inconsequential. He's like starting to like really hate this, and he can't get away from her. He doesn't know what to do. There's one point where he calls the back of the boxes like a help number. And he's like, well, the only way to really do this is if you're not around anymore, because then the wish wouldn't be there. Right. And so he's like contemplating that. And then Sarah, right? The other girl's name is Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah.
Sarah's like the girl who likes him, who are kind of been buddies. It make it seem like they've been friends for a long time. She's trying to get into college, and all the colleges keep rejecting her. But she finally got the letter from the one she really wanted to go to. It's like 2 a.m. She texts him and is like, come outside. We'll come to the park. And then they end up outside the house because she wants to share the news with him. And like the Nikki, the girlfriend who's obsessed, is kind of like laying on him. He's kind of like sneak out. And as he's sneaking out, you hear a voice saying, help me, help me. and like this is Nikki. Like you hear the real Nikki trying to escape. Like she needs help,
and she's like in my life, or whatever she says.
And he gets mad that she couldn't really like him in real life. Like without a spell, she never would like him. And he kind of like storms off. And then he's in the car. He's talking to Sarah. They're talking about his relationship. And then they move to the school, and they're about to open the envelope. And then Nikki appears outside Sarah's window and like smashes the window with a brick. And then is holding the brick against the steering wheel, and then just smashing Sarah's face into the brick over and over and over again. It's like classic, like grotesque horror movie scene.
Yeah.
Like she's blood everywhere. Like her eyes like hanging out. Like you see her skull. It's a real mess. And then he starts freaking out, and he doesn't know what to do. He goes back inside with her. She's like, oh no, she's like, you have to help me hide the body now because you love me so much. So they dump her like in
the back
of a truck or like an SUV sort of thing. I don't know where the SUV came from. Is it Sarah's SUV?
I think it's Sarah's car. They put her in the back.
And then she's like, I'll take it from here. Like, you go home, clean up. Like, I got it from here. So he doesn't know what to do now. So at first, this is the first time in the whole movie he's thinking like, oh, I'll just get another stick and make a new wish. Because at this point, that's the first thing. I mean, Sarah's already dead. So either way, like, this girl is fucked. Like, Nikki is fucked.
Yeah.
So he gets a new thing, and he finds out he can't make a second wish. You only have one wish. He can't break the thing to make a wish. So he finds his buddy, who's the muscle, masculine guy, and was like, dude, he tries to explain everything that's happening. Like, you need to make this wish so she doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't believe Bear.
And why would you?
I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. But at this point, like, they know, like, she doesn't like him and she's acting all weird. Like, I'm like, fine, fuck it. Don't love him. And I would have fucking broke the thing. But that doesn't make for a great movie. So he's like, I wish I had $1 billion. He breaks the thing, and all of a sudden money starts pouring down from the ceiling. And then he's like, you see the guy's face. He's like, oh, fuck, it is true.
And you see Bear being like, you fucked me, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you destroyed my shit.
So he has another one, and he's going back to the house, and he was going to be like, hey, Nikki, since you love me so much, I need you to do this for me and break this thing and have a wish. So she comes in, and he's trying to sell her, and then she's like attacking him, and like she's full of blood, and he's like, you need to love me. So they're on the couch, and she's like just hugging, like he's trying to like console her, like it's okay, trying to calm her down before he executes the wish again. And then the masculine guy walks into the door.
No. He walks in. Because I think you skipped a couple of details. He walks in, and then he sees, because she had made a shrine in the very beginning of the movie for the dead cat, and she put the dead cat on the rug, and he was like, what the fuck is this? And she was like, oh, I thought you would like it. And he was like, no, nobody would like this. Like, this is horrible. And so now she made a shrine with Sarah's pictures, and naked Sarah is sitting in the fucking thing. And he's like, what the fuck is this?
And like her face is all fucked up.
But she's just sitting there naked with a fucked up face. And then he's like looking around like, what is happening? And she's like, you need to love me. And she's screaming and shit, because that's what she does all the movie. This is how she gets scary or whatever. And he goes, look, I love you. Just calm down. Let's relax. And then he's like, I'm going to go wash up. Give me a minute. And so he goes, and he's like, I got to fucking... right? Like, I gotta fucking like do it.
No, but first he kills the masculine guy. Like, they're on the couch.
Because she grabbed the gun. Right. Because she grabbed the gun. She's like, if you don't say that you love me, I'm gonna end my life. And he's like, no, don't do that. I love you.
So they're on the couch. He's like consoling her because she's all upset. And like he professes his love. So she's like, oh, you love me. And like, this is gonna be happy ever after. So they're on the couch. He's smiling. And then he walks in to try to stop it. And then she shoots him in the head because she's a fucking great shot.
She doesn't even look.
No. Boom. In the head. He's dead. So then he's like,
I'm really a billionaire. It's real. And I'm like, who needs this?
Yeah.
What is this even?
So then he's like, I'm gonna go in the bathroom and wash up. So she's like, okay, hurry back. So he went to the bathroom. He locks the door, and she's immediately like, come on, hurry up, get out of the bathroom.
Screaming.
First she's like, get out. Then she like calms down. It's like, I love you so much. Just come out and see me. And he's in the bathroom contemplating killing himself. So he got the gun now, and he like puts it in his mouth, and he's thinking about shooting himself, and he can't do it. And he pulls it out, and he's like crying on the tub or toilet. And then he remembers in the beginning of the movie the cat got into his grandma's pills.
Yeah.
And that's how the cat died. So he's like, I'll do the same fucking thing. He downs a whole fucking bottle of pills. We don't know what the pills are, but there's some kind of pills that he's going to OD on. So he takes all the pills, and then without us knowing at this moment, she finds the other stick, and she makes a wish that he would love her. So all of a sudden, his demeanor changes. He's got a big smile. He comes out of the bathroom. He's like, oh, my love. And they like go to embrace. And all of a sudden, he falls to the floor and drops dead because he was OD'd. And then she now snaps out of it because
Goes
he's
back to
dead.
normal, right.
And she sees him dead on the floor, Sarah with her face smashed in, naked on the chair, the masculine guy shot in the head. And she's like, motherfucker, I'm fucked. And then she shoots herself.
Or I think she was going to shoot herself when she saw him die because she was still under the spell.
Uh-huh.
And then right before she does, she snaps out of it. So all she starts doing is screaming and crying.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember. Does she actually do it?
No, she's about to. Like you said, she's about to do it, and she
Right.
snaps out of it, sees everything, and she's sitting there with the gun.
Just crying.
Yeah. And like screaming, and that's how it ends.
That's how it ends. And, you know, I'll say something because the amount of energy we're putting into this movie is about the amount of energy that it deserves.
Yeah.
And this movie is apparently killing it in the
Yeah,
box
I don't know
office.
how, and I read a little about it. Apparently, it was made for like less than $1 million. Like it was
Yeah.
a really low budget
It's
horror movie.
2 houses in a store.
And they sold it for like $15 million, and it's all over the place. And we missed a couple like scary. So going back to like the cat, like so it all starts with his cat dying, and he's all sad about it. And then she makes the shrine for the cat, and then she makes him lunch one day. He's going to work without her. He's like, stay home, enjoy your day off. I'm going to work. And he opens his lunch, and it's like some weird note. Like, I love you so much, my little critter. Like
My food critic.
yeah, my food critic. And then on the back of the note, it says, guess what? And then it's cat, or the verdict. What's the verdict? Cat.
What's the verdict on the cat?
And then,
But he never read that. He just read that my little food
yeah,
critic.
Sarah
starts-
sees that.
Sarah picks up the thing and she's like, what is this? The house, the cat.
And then he looks down at the sandwich and realizes that she cooked the cat. And like, he ate a piece of it, and he like pukes into the garbage. And then he goes home. He's like, did you cook my cat? You can't do that.
And also, you don't look like if you, Matt Lamatina,
That's me.
my good friend, if you gave me a sandwich, just to see what kind of sandwich it is, I would look at it. Like, what is this? And you'd be like, yeah, you know, it's meat. I'd be like, well, what kind of meat?
You know, if my wife made me a sandwich, I probably, without looking at it, would say, what is it? And then if she told me, like, roast beef, then I don't know if I would actually inspect the sandwich.
But you'll ask.
yeah.
Like, nobody eats shit without looking
Yeah.
at it.
And especially because, like, it couldn't have smelled well. Like, it's a dead cat.
mean, yeah,
that
but,
was
I mean,
like it was rotting meat.
Rotting, yeah. Like, if it was, like, it had just died,
Yeah.
then you cooked it, I'm sure you can't smell it. It just look like meat. It tastes like meat. But like it's been dead for like half the movie.
And like it looks like there's still fur on it. Like when he's looking down
Come
on it.
on,
like you
man.
wouldn't taste that. Like
Come on.
why does my sandwich have hair?
My thing with this movie, there is a couple of things that happen where they do this like backwards effect that looks really fun because it looks like very old school backwards effect. And obviously it looks like they didn't reverse the film, but like they shot it backwards, which is a lot of fun and it looks great, but it's not scary. There's one scene where she's standing on the corner and he's sleeping and he wakes up and he's like, what's her name? Nikki? Right?
Nikki, yeah.
It's like Nikki?
Freaky Nikki.
Freaky Nikki. It's like Nikki, and she just comes out of the corner with a weird smile, which should have been scarier. But I found myself, and I don't know if you found yourself doing this. I was in the theater. There were like 10 people in the theater, maybe, because I went like at 10 in the morning. Yeah? And there was a guy a couple of seats away from me, about my age, I'm going to assume. He had a little bit of gray hair. Someone about the same age. We were both laughing hysterically at 70% of this movie. Like at the scary moments too, like we were laughing. Me and him, we looked like cracking up.
Yeah, because it's a ridiculous movie, and there's some scenes that are so ridiculous. For me, the only acting I liked was really from Nikki. I forget what her real name is. Someone I've never seen before.
It's her name is Inde Navarrete.
I feel like she's the only one who like really embraced it, like the old school like B movie horror movies.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna overact. Like it almost felt like an Evil Dead movie. Like one of the people who turn.
Right.
And like she's over dramatic, and it's like a comedy.
A lot
but
of facial
killing-
expressions. Yeah.
and like weird smiles and faces. Like I feel like she's the only one who really embraced that role.
Yeah.
Everyone else was just kind of like dull and lame. The lighting was like a very dark movie.
Yeah.
Some of the dialogue was like hard to understand.
Yeah, man. And you know, given all of that, it's not even what makes the movie bad. What makes the movie bad is the idea that 90% of it, like I said a little bit before, 90% of this movie you could have told what it was in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like this is a movie that if I would have watched at home, I would have been mad. Because I would have been like, really? But I mean, you know, like it's weird because the only reason why I don't hate this movie as I should is because I was in the theater cracking up with somebody else. So that experience made it worth it for me.
Yeah, it was a weird movie because I was talking to my wife, we watched it together, and I was like, I didn't like the movie, but there are parts that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not a good movie. It's not groundbreaking in any moment. It's not. There's not like one scene, maybe besides like Sarah getting her face smashed in, that I'm ever gonna like remember. Like we talk about this 2 months from now, I don't know if I'll remember anything. From the movie.
There's one scene where she cracks a bottle of wine and she stabs her own face, and that shit was fucked up. And it was kind of like, oh no. But at this point, and I don't know if this happened to you, but at this point, every jump scare, I was kind of expecting it before it happened.
Yeah, I didn't really have any jump scares.
Right?
To be honest
Is
with
that
you.
weird that I was like, I at no point I was like, oh my God. And I don't know if that was like, I don't know where the failure for that is. I don't know if the setup is too long. I don't know if the approach is too, it's too like, all right, here it comes.
I think it's been too overdone. Like, I can't tell you what movie this was, but I've seen this movie before.
Like 100 times.
Yeah,
Right?
like you take a bunch of slip from different movies. Like this is that movie. Like this is your
Yeah.
typical teenage love story. The
Horror
girl who
movie,
doesn't
yeah.
like him, and he does some stupid sci-fi mystical magic thing to get her to love, and the wish goes bad. Oh
Yeah.
no! Careful what you wish for, because no one's ever done a story about that before.
But you are right that her facial expressions to me was the best. It was the best thing about the movie for what the movie's trying to be.
Yeah.
Like everything else about it just seemed like, all right. And it takes too long to get anywhere. Like this movie, I feel like if this movie was 45 minutes, we get everything that we need from this movie, and it would have been much more impactful.
Yeah, and there's so many like little things they could have done instead of like Sarah just telling him like, oh, they're sleeping together. Like he could have went to his house and like found like underwear on the floor or something, or like a
Right.
T-shirt, and be like, why is her T-shirt here? And then like he would have to say something. Like there was no conflict. Like there was no one like that really challenged any other character. Like everything was just so like easy and smooth. Like, oh, you know, she's a little weird. Should you do something about that? He's like, no, she's fine. They're like, all right, I guess she's fine. Like even so, they're at a party, right? So the masculine guy he realizes something is wrong, and he's like, I bet you can't go out without her. And he's like, no, I can go out without her. He's like, no, I bet you can't. He's like, I'm having a boys' night. Like you're invited. She's not invited. She can't come. So he goes home and he tries to tell her this, and like she's filthy. This is right after she just stood in the living room all day waiting for him. So she's like, I'm gonna go clean up, and as she's in the shower, he's like, oh, by the way, stupid douchehead, I forget his name. Stupid douchehead is having a party, but it's boys only. So I'm gonna go, and you have to stay here. And they get into an argument, and then she finds out that Sarah is also going, so he brings her to the party. And he's like, I told you couldn't bring her out with her. He's like, well, Sarah said she was going to be here and that she could come, so I couldn't say that you can't come because Sarah invited her. So now they're at this party. There's a whole bunch of people that we've never met before at this party. And they're in a circle, and they're playing like this Jenga game that has like dares on the wood pieces that you take out. So like doing dares, and then obviously the guy who is Bear is sitting next to Nikki, and the guy across the way gets up block, and he's got to switch spaces. So he takes his Bear's spot. So now this guy is now sitting next to Nikki, and Bear is sitting next to Sarah. And then it's Bear's turn, and he pulls out the brick, and it says, kiss the girl to your left, or kiss the person to your left, and Sarah's to his left. So he's like contemplating it. He's looking at her. He wants to do it. And then she gets all like crazy and like pulls her chair away, and like, now I'm the guy on the left. So it was like, that scene was kind of like fun.
And funny.
Yeah, funny. I wish they would have leaned more into that direction. Instead of going back to like, no, this is serious horror, because they did. I just felt like they had a chance to make this a fun movie.
Yeah, and it doesn't hit on any of the. I mean, and again, I'm saying it. I laughed out loud, but I don't think I was meant to. I mean, there were things, and sometimes I was, but there were times where I was just like, "This is so fucking stupid."
Yeah, you're not laughing with it; you're laughing at it.
Yeah.
Like, this is so ridiculous. I'm making fun of you by laughing at it.
And I can tell you, I gotta tell you, I can't even remember what I laughed at because it's so forgettable.
Some of her faces were kind of funny.
Yeah.
Some of the things she said was kind of like so ridiculous that you would laugh. Like a normal person would laugh, and where they all took it like seriously, like stone faced. And like the thing with the cat, like that was so absurd that like I was like, come on, like it was like disgusting but funny at the same time, sort of thing.
Well, I'm gonna ask you because you and I were both cat owners, and you know, like usually when you see an animal being hurt or dying or something, I mean, it's not that I'm taking it personally, like, oh my God, my cat died, but something in me clicks, like, oh my God, I don't think I'm ready for when my cat dies, because I've never had that experience. However, in this movie, I saw it happen, and I was like, come on, man. Like, all of it, even that, I was like, as a cat owner, I wasn't like, oh my God, can you imagine if somebody fed me my cat? I was just more like, this is so dumb. This is so stupid.
Yeah, like they didn't lean any direction, kind of. Like, they stayed very cliche and, like, down the middle of, like, a classic horror movie. Like, they could have went really gross or really funny, and they kind of didn't pick either lane.
Either lane, right.
Like, with the cat shit, they could have went nuts with that cat shit.
Yeah.
And, like, the sandwich part was gross, but that's, like, all they did. And they didn't mention it again. He just went home and was like, hey, don't do that. And she's like, okay, sorry.
I ate my own cat and I'm going to be that. Like, hey, man, don't do that.
Yeah, the movie lacked conflict. Like, there's no conflict throughout the entire movie. Except for a little bit between, like, the two guys because they both like the same girl. And then with him and Sarah, a little bit because Sarah liked him and he didn't, like, reciprocate that.
Right.
But the whole movie, there's not a lot of conflict. And you need conflict. Like, that's, like, the thing you learn in, like, 9th grade English.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be some sort of conflict, like man versus nature, or man versus himself. Like, there's got to be something.
Something has to happen for you to want to be invested in whatever is going to happen to these characters.
Yeah.
As far as I knew, they could all fucking die. And guess what? They all fucking did. And I did not give a shit.
And the only one you kind of felt bad for, well, only one I kind of felt bad for was Nikki.
Yeah, me too. Because she was under a spell and was being abused because he was obsessed with her. And then he made her obsessed with him. And it was just like, but you're right that the times when the friends was like, what the fuck is going on? There was nothing there. He never went, like the friend was like, I called about her dad. And I would have been like, what the fuck are you calling my girlfriend's dad?
Yeah.
And then, you know, like there's nothing. There's nothing.
Nothing. Because then he was like, oh, it's fine. And they're like, okay, I guess it's fine. Like they never advanced any scene. It was just like, how do we get to the next scene? Okay, here we are at the next scene. Let's do something stupid.
Anyways.
So this movie's getting a lot of hype. It seems to be more hype, I think, in the younger kids than the older people.
People that haven't experienced this.
Yeah, so I guess this is kind of new for them. Like, oh, we haven't seen this movie 100 times because we've only seen 6 movies our lives.
Right.
So this is new for me.
And 5 of them have been Disney movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything like this.
This is my first horror movie, so you kind of like it.
But is it really horror? Like, would you? I mean,
there's some grotesque scenes like we go back to the Sarah thing, the cat eating thing, shooting the guy in the head. They both he commits suicide. So I guess it's if you have to put it in a genre,
it would be horror. But
it's got to go to horror. Like nothing else matters.
No, I understand, but I didn't mean it in that sense. But I meant like. Would you personally consider this horrific?
No, I wasn't. I am see Sixto and I are on the opposite scale of horror movies.
Yeah.
Like Sixto is easily afraid or doesn't like these kind of movies, gets more comfortable with these movies.
Yeah.
Where I'm on the complete other side, where like you really have to be fucked up for me to like cringe at it. Like
Yeah.
I saw a dead cat and I was like, of course, it's a horror movie. There's a dead cat.
Yeah.
Where my wife was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe the cat's dead."
I didn't even care. That's what I was telling you. I didn't even care the cat was there. I was just like, all right, it's a horror movie.
For me, this wasn't a horror movie. This was a bad movie that had some cool horror scenes in it.
Well, and going off of that, if you had to give it a rating based on a 6-toe rating, where 0 toes are a shitty movie and 6 toes is the greatest movie ever made, where would you put Obsession?
I think I'm gonna give it a 2.
Wow.
I think because, like I said, there are parts of it that I enjoyed, that I thought was funny, that were a little unique. I kind of get where it was going. Like, this was never going to be a blockbuster horror movie. Like, this was a low budget, almost film student type of horror movie. So I want to keep it in that context of what we're looking at. You can't judge this against like Alien or
No.
even
the Evil
Hellraiser
Dead.
or Evil Dead or like Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger.
Freddy got fingered horror movie.
So my father is huge into like these B-movie horror movies from like back in the day. So I've seen a lot of them, and this kind of reminded me of that. So keep it in that context. Did it hit its goal? No. Was it a complete failure? I don't think so. So I think a 2 is like right where I want to be.
I think for me, it's a 1-toe movie. You could spend whoever you are, probably. If you're a teenager, there are way better horror movies in this category, very cheap, very B movie, cheap effects that you can enjoy, that will still have the funny, will still have actual jump scares, and will still have the horror, rather than this bullshit. It's pointless. And I think that, this is coming from somebody that has never made a movie. So congrats to those guys for actually doing it. Congrats for actually getting it started and finishing it. And I'm not trying to diminish the accomplishment of anybody that worked on this. It's just a nothing burger. And is it horrible? No. Is it angering horrible? Absolutely not. You could watch it. If you find it, like if it's on TV and it's on and you're like, oh, I never saw this, let me watch it. You won't. It's not a waste of an hour and 45 minutes, which is the best thing I can say about it. But talking about the waste of an hour and 45 minutes, because I went to the movies yesterday, it was too early. I saw 2 movies.
What was the other movie?
The other movie, which won't surprise you at all, was Masters of the Universe, because it was the next thing that was playing. But I've only heard good things about it. How it's like I only heard good things about it. Like it's very enjoyable and it's a good time and it's fun. And so I went in and I was like, all right, let me watch this good time and fun. And I only bought the ticket to that because if this movie would have been scary, I would have wanted something to cleanse my palate. And I figured, like a movie made for
children,
for 8-year-old Sixto, it would be fine.
Yeah.
And then I went in, and what I have to say about that movie is it has 4 writers, I believe, in it. I think it's the 1, 2, 3 writers. It seemed like they were in a competition to see who could put the most cliches in a movie, and all 3 of them won.
Tie.
3-way tie. But it is fun. It is, like fucking CGI slap. It looks good. It looks interesting.
It felt like a movie, I haven't seen it, that leans heavily on nostalgia.
100%.
Like you're not seeing it for the story.
No.
You're seeing it because it reminds you of your childhood.
Right. And I was never a He-Man fan. I have never been. I never had the toys. I never saw the cartoon.
I'm too young for He-Man.
But it wasn't for me. Like I didn't see it. It was like, oh, I want to watch this. I saw it and I was like, this is fucking dumb. Because I grew up with Japanese cartoons where people were fucking shot in the face. So I was like, what is this shit? You got swords, you don't kill nobody? Fuck you, cartoon.
Fuck you, cartoon.
But I will say everybody in it was fine and fun. Like all the actors were fine and fun. The only person I didn't like that's in this movie is Jared Leto, who's a fucking sicko, and we
he
don't.
Skeletor?
Yeah, and we don't want him to make any money because he's a sick piece of shit. But even he was okay. But I don't want to give him any fucking props.
So let me ask you this:
Yeah.
if there was a scale that 0 toes were a terrible, terrible movie, and 6 toes was an amazing movie, how many toes would you give Masters of the Universe?
2 toes.
2 toes.
I think if you have, much like this movie we just discussed, if you have nothing to fucking do and you want background slap that you don't have to pay attention to, that is exactly what this movie is. This movie's plot is paper thin. It's funny, it's fun, and it's just like, every 10 seconds there's a joke. That's it. That's what the movie is.
I'm going to give it 0 toes. I didn't even see it, but I'm giving it 0 toes. All right. So next week or in 2 weeks or whenever we do the next one, we will not be doing Masters of the Universe.
Nope.
But maybe we've had like 2 duds in a row. So
actually kind of like 4 duds in a row. Like every movie we picked, even we talked about another movie.
yeah, like it hasn't.
I talked about The Mandalorian on the last one, and I talked about Masters of the Universe on this one. So it just seems like there's fucking nothing.
There's nothing. So I don't know what we're going to do next. We'll figure something out.
But Scary Movie's out. That's probably going to be horrible.
See, I'm on the fence with Scary Movie. I'm going to see it either way. What I'm on the fence for is it's supposed to be a terrible movie.
Right.
So the reviews that are terrible, that say it's terrible, like,
They
are they
missed it.
saying that it's terrible?
Like I just said it. Like I just said it right now. Like that's probably going to be terrible. Amazing.
Yeah. Like, what's terrible do they mean? You mean like, oh, it's so terrible it's great? Or like what they were trying to do missed and it's terrible? So I'm curious. I want to see it. Maybe that's the next one we'll do. We haven't done a true comedy in a while.
In a while. Except for this movie we just did.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, this
hilarious.
wasn't a true comedy. This was a comedy.
It's just too funny. But like all the summer blockbusters coming, like there's Supergirl and the end of Oak
Supergirl.
Street and How to Rob a Bank.
And what's that one with
that's
Matt
at the end of the
Damon?
year. The Odyssey. We're
Odyssey.
definitely going to have to see that one.
So, like, last week we did Jack Ryan, and that was terrible. And then we did Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary was good. So we've had just 2 duds.
Yeah. We haven't been trash all the time, but I think that you and I unfortunately have a flavor of movie where I don't think it's like the big masses movie. Like,
yeah, the
you know,
independent movie is having a resurgence, which I love.
Yeah,
but this
you,
is not it.
Right, and also you and I are more likely to be like, hey, I want to watch Begonia, even though that movie was kind of like big deal because it was like, because it was an Oscar nom, but not because it was like a big deal. One Battle After Another had a lot of buzz, but also had a lot of like negative buzz to it, so like you and I like things that most people don't like, which is why we're fucking better at this.
That's why you don't have a podcast and we do.
That's
because
right.
you're like, oh, this Obsession movie was so good.
Yeah,
fuck
shut the
you,
fuck
you're
up.
wrong.
Shut the fuck up.
You're wrong. It wasn't good.
It was absolute trash.
The studio that paid Blumhouse, I think it was, that paid $15 million for this movie, they'll probably make it back.
Oh, they probably made it in spades.
But it was still a bad choice.
This movie is a success because for the cost of it, they've probably made their money like 100 times around.
Yeah, like I said, they only took $1 million to make it, and they got $15 million for it off the bat.
Come on,
so
man.
he's 15 times what he made it for.
Come on, man.
Like before, and I don't know the rest of the deal. Like he probably gets some sort of rights of distribution and stuff. So he's made $15 million off the bat from this. So fucking Curry Johnson, whatever the fuck his name was, genius.
Genius.
Let's make this shit movie for less than $1 million and sell it. So I'm not mad at him for doing this.
No, and I don't think we said it. Neither one of us is angry at this movie. This wasn't like the Michael B. Jordan movie that we were both fucking mad at.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
Fuck you, Michael
Or
B.
like
Jordan.
the fucking last movie we did, the Jack Ryan movie that we were both mad at.
Like I had to look it up. I couldn't even remember. the movie it was. I'm like, what did we do? I'm total blank. Like that movie went in and out of my fucking head.
So it's not
hopefully
that.
this one does the same.
Yeah, it's not that, but it's bad. So
bad.
you know.
So, anyways, we'll see what happens next. But from all of us here at True Friends of the Movie, to all of you out there, wherever you are, good luck. Have fun.
Don't die.
Cue the music.
Yeah.
I never get to say cue the music.
Well, you did today, right?
All right, I got to say it.
Two friends in a movie. 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 With Maddie Sixto. With Sixto and Matt. With Maddie Sixto. With Sixto and Matt. With Maddie Sixto. Maddie Sixto.